And we're live. Malcolm, you there?
Yep.
All right. So, welcome to episode 2 of MAlex in the morning. Malcolm, you wanna go ahead and give the quick rundown?
Yeah, you want me to hit him with the intro?
Yeah.
Y'all want to hear the intro we made up?
Go ahead.
Good morning, world. Thanks for tuning in to MAlex in the Morning, your weekly 1-hour pit stop for counterculture, opinions, and controversy. Forged by logic and wielded by your host, me, Mally J, and my bro, Alex X Cal. Say what up to the people, brother.
What's good, y'all? What's good? We back in here for episode 2, just like we said we would be. We're gonna try to keep this going and make it a little bit of a shorter episode than before. But we're gonna hit y'all with a little bit more than we did last time, so be ready for it.
All right, so as always, we got to start with our disclaimer, right? So before we get into today's episode, we are required to say that the views expressed herein are those of the host and theirs alone. They are subject to change as we are not staunchly committed to any one opinion and are always learning and growing. We are not for everyone, however. If you are offended easily, allergic to logic, or believe that life should be an echo chamber and can't not accept, but entertain thoughts that challenge your accepted ideology, log off, delete your download, and never come back. Harsh.
Yeah. So, let's jump right into it, we already gave intros to ourselves and all that kind of stuff on the last episode. So, let's jump right into it. What you got?
I don't have any curveballs today. Do you have any for me?
Oh, no, that's what I was expecting. All right, my bad.
Oh, no, it's good.
Okay.
We've been all over the place the last week.
Yeah, it's been a busy.
Actually, I got one for you. I can freestyle one for you.
Okay.
All right, so if you had to spend an evening with any one person to ever have lived or are currently living and take them to dinner, who would it be and where would you go?
Oh, man. Well, I think this is a somewhat easy one for me.
I know. Can I guess?
Go ahead.
It's going to be Malcolm X.
Yup. I wasn't going to say El Hajj, El Malik Shabazz, but But yeah, that's who I would hang out with. And where I would probably go, it'll be somewhere overseas because me and him wouldn't. Yeah, his contempt with the country of the United States of America. So I would want to go to Mecca with him. I would go to Mecca, and no specific restaurant because I've never been. But me and him, that's where I would like to go, if anywhere. What about you?
I'd probably pick the same person.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I picked the same. I picked Malcolm X, or I don't know, maybe like some historical military genius or something to pick their brain to find out how they took over the whole world.
Top military
Maybe Hannibal.
Oh, okay. I actually just watched a video about like the top military generals of all time, and he was on that list. I literally watched it 2 hours ago.
Oh, awesome! Yeah, because it's very high likelihood he was black. Yeah. And he wouldn't have been trying to subjugate me during the dinner.
right. Exactly.
You can't pick one of these old racists
Got it. Okay.
Maybe Alexander, no pun intended, or Khan. Because even though Khan took over a lot of stuff, he was very tolerant of different cultures and religions. He actually decreed that they shouldn't be destroyed once they were conquered.
Right. He wanted to maintain and preserve other cultures, but just
after he burned down your whole city for resisting.
Right. Like the culture, the not physical parts of the culture, the actions and the mentalities. So okay.
I guess that makes me kind of sadistic.
So where would you take him though? Like you asked me.
Ah man, I can't take him to anything Asian, huh? He's probably been there, done that.
And they probably wouldn't like you.
The Golden Corral, is that on the table?
I mean, I mean, I can't tell you no. I mean, this is what you would do.
Nah, man, it's gotta be for pasta, man. It's gotta be pasta.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, pasta is bae.
All
So
right, I feel you on that completely. Um, so a little bit of feedback I got from the last episode is that people like to hear controversy, and that's what I'm all about, as you guys heard. So I
the
was,
people want blood.
yeah, exactly. They want blood. So I was sent this little graph. Well, not a graph. It's like more of a, I don't know what to call it. I can't think of the word right now. But so what I'm going to say is, Malcolm, pick a number 1 through 5, and then pick another number 1 through 5.
1 through 5. So we're looking at a 5 by 5 grid, huh?
Yeah,
Mm,
you can't be looking at it right now because I know you've seen it.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not.
Just pick.
All right. First number 3.
Okay.
Second number 4.
Oh
It's like
shit.
almost.
All right. So we got the electoral
It's like in the
college.
middle.
So
The hated,
the most
the
hated,
reviled
the most
electoral
the
college.
most hated
Awesome.
system right now in America, which confuses me, right? So my thing is what I've been preaching to people for like years. I'm talking about as long as I've known, which has been since like high school. Like I've known that like America's not a democracy, right? People have this whole concept of we're a democracy, we have democratic values, blah 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 blah, and I'm just like, no, we actually don't. If you would like to be schooled on this, I can definitely tell you that we live in a republic. The United States is a republic. And the reason we're a republic is because of the electoral colleges. If we had a government organization where your direct vote, your popular vote, like the number of total votes for one candidate was the only deciding factor in a presidency, that would be a democracy. But we've never had that. Like literally, like you go back hundreds of years and we didn't have that. Like we've had electoral colleges for as long as we know, you know? And so literally the insertion of the electoral college is the exact definition of a republic. And then people are still like, but you know, we still somewhat have a democracy. And I'm like, no, we don't. We like, once you insert that, that literally no longer is the definition of democracy. It's the definition of a republic. It's like if you have the color blue and you insert yellow with it, it turns green. Like it's no longer blue.
In some shape, form, or semblance. What gets me about it is how mad people are about it. It's like, did you just find out that this was a thing? That's what,
Yes.
that's what surprises me.
Oh,
Like,
man.
yo, you know, this isn't something. This wasn't some new rule implemented for this game. Like, they didn't just move the 3 point line back. Like, this has been the case, and then people are just like crazy mad about it. And what I think is cool. I know, yeah, it's gonna make people mad, but they say heard a quote actually in the last couple of weeks that said a true democracy is the equivalent of, and it could be best compared to 2 wolves and a lamb voting on what's for dinner.
Yes, I've seen that before, and that's literally like, yeah.
And I was like, that's really awesome. I
Yeah.
never would have thought to put it in those
And
words.
see, the big reason for like a democracy not being the way to go is because if it was literally the majority rules, like think about this, right? Like America is a majority Christian country. Like it's not a Christian country, but the majority of its population is Christian, right? So if somebody wanted to, like, if somebody in Congress was like, hey, let's fucking put this bill forward or try to pass this bill to give this religion a unfair advantage in XYZ, whatever you want to pick a topic. I'm trying to be broad because I don't want to get too specific. Then literally because majority of Americans are Christians, and
It would be
like
it would be ruled by mob.
yeah, it would literally just be like, oh, well, we're the majority, so everything we want passes at every time, and everything we ever decide, like, fuck the minorities. Like, if you're a minority, you just get shafted. Like, oh, go create more of your kind. It's like, that's not how this works. That's not a fair
The
system.
future belongs to those who breed.
And then, so then the other part of it for me is, majority of Americans are dumbasses. And I hate to say it so harshly like that, but majority of Americans are dumbasses. If you go up to, like, go to any city or any rural area, it doesn't even matter. Like, you could be in a rural area or a city. go to anybody you just like walk up to and meet, and just ask them some, like what it was, a what World Star Hip Hop Questions. They did it. They perfectly. That was a perfect example.
Goddamn 37. Goddamn
Yeah,
37.
yeah. He said how many stars on the American flag, and the chick said we had 13 colonies, so 13 minus 50, which is goddamn 47. That's
Damn 47.
that's the the general public of America. Do you really want the decisions of our country to be put in these people's hands? No, you don't. And that's why we have an electoral college. So, I mean, I'm all for it. Like, I know a lot of people get mad or butthurt about it, but I think it's a good, semi good thing. I think it can be potentially abused, but I think the positive.
As with anything.
Yeah, I think the positives outweigh the negative, though, in this case, you know?
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So,
yeah, that's how you keep from ending up in this situation where there's rule by mob. Like,
yeah,
F you guys over there, this is what we're doing.
yeah.
But yeah, the biggest thing to me was how people like how mad people got when they were like, how was this even a thing?
Like, this is so new to me. Like, how did you not know about this? Do you not remember the whole issue with Bush? Like, everybody was like, Florida, blah 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 blah. Like, no. We had an electoral college then. The same people in the same country got mad about damn near the same thing. It's like every time you guys get mad. Well, not every time, because I think Obama won both the electoral and the popular vote. So I guess the young adults of today don't really know, because their only two elections are the Obama elections, and I'm pretty sure he kicked both McCain's and Mormon dude. What's his name? What's the Mormon guy's name that he ran up against his second term?
Mitt Romney?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he kicked both of their asses. So it was So I guess with young people today, even though I'm a young person, but I guess with young people today, they're just like appalled because they couldn't imagine that there was this thing called the Electoral College.
So appalled.
Yeah, so the thing that they were taught about in 6th grade when they had to take the Constitution test.
Yo, that doesn't surprise me though, man. It's like at work, like so many people don't grasp like basic grammar. Like we're writing like evals and stuff, and I'm like, yo, we learned this in the 4th grade, man. Like
there versus there, THERE versus THEIR.
Yeah, but these the people you want. Nah, this the people we put $1 million weapon systems put in charge of these things. But you want those same people to go out there and vote for what's best. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because they know best.
Mm.
The majority knows. Okay. All right. Enough on the electoral.
Trying to see if any comments coming in on that. Anybody feel like something different?
We got Hakeem in there. He's been in from the start again.
What's going on, Mr. Scott?
Yeah.
Good seeing you again.
He's our #1 supporter so far.
Hey.
Audience we have. But it's all good. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. But to stay in the sort of realm of politics, what do you think about? So okay, let me just say what I think.
We going back to the chart, or are we just going off the dome?
Well, right.
No, go ahead.
I'm about to just go off the dome. This is with Trump. So what do you think about the fact that he's recanted like 2 of his major claims already? Like the fact that
which ones? I ain't been paying attention.
So apparently he like yesterday or the day before, he recanted the whole "I'm gonna put Hillary in jail once I become president" thing. And then soon as he was president-elect, like the week after or like a few days after, like Republicans were pretty much saying that yeah, we're not doing that whole wall thing, and he didn't like disagree or anything with it. He was just like mellow about it. So the whole
I'm cool on the wall thing. I still think she should be in jail, but so it's the lizard people got to him. I think the lizard people already. He got that TS briefing, and they like come in the conference room and everybody peels their face off, and he's like, "What the fuck?"
The lizard people. Yeah.
Remember that shit?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But like, so with the wall thing, it's not that he just said fuck the wall. What he was saying is that now they're talking about maybe it'll just be a fence, which is like, okay, I guess, but there's fences in most parts of our.
I don't really think either one a wall or a fence is effective. I think, like I said, I'm gonna stick to what I've been saying the whole time. He was a showman. He still is a showman, and he did. It's like they said, that gladiator quote, man. You give the people blood and they'll roar, they'll scream, right? So that's what he did, and
now
he did that to get what he wanted.
Yep, that's my.
And now he's like, all right, thanks you idiots for voting me in. Now, how does this benefit me and what my agenda is?
Yeah, and I completely agree. Like, that's what I think it's been from the jump. I think he was like, yo, who's the easier group to manipulate? Democrats, Republicans, Libertarians, or like just random other parties, right? And it was like, man, Republicans will believe anything on fucking Fox News. Let me just say a bunch of shit that I think they want to hear that seems racist or seems inflammatory, and those motherfuckers will get up and be like, hell yeah, get them motherfuckers.
Them goddamn Mexicans.
Yeah, get them.
Mexicans. Messicans. Mexicans.
Yeah, get them out of our country. They're stealing all our jobs, and like he capitalized on it.
Jobs that they don't want to do.
Yeah, like you know what?
Who wants to pick fucking strawberries?
Yeah, that was the exact
$1.50 an hour under the table. But go ahead.
No, that was the exact job I was gonna say. Who wants to pick strawberries for a living, right? Like fucking middle class white people or black people or any race in America that's middle class. You don't want those jobs of picking strawberries, cleaning pools, fucking being a man,
toilets, yeah,
being a housekeeper or something. Like, you don't want those jobs. Those are the jobs they're taking the jobs of your teenagers, if you want to say anything. So they're taking the jobs of the teenagers of America. But I mean, there's gonna be an abundance of that anyway, and then people can get more innovative and create new jobs and stuff like that, you know. I just think he played the Republican Party like a fucking fiddle. Like, he played the shit out.
Yeah, been to that. Because you gotta think, it's like pretty much every race is going between those two major parties is going to be pretty tight, right? So it's going to be like 50-50. Somebody, if you can just edge over those people in the middle,
yeah, then
you win it. But I mean, what would he do to gain the Democratic nominee? Like, you got to promise people free shit. And everybody's doing that. Pander, pulling out hot sauce on your purse on Hot 97.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's doing that. How do you set yourself apart?
Exactly.
So he went to the right. He went to the right and became the most extreme of them, right? Because we always knew that those guys were like racist, right? Yeah. But then he just became the most extreme one. He was like, hey, instead of dancing around it and coming up with all these cool names for get rid of, I'm gonna just say, send the Mexicans back, build a wall, kick them out. Hey, like, once again, going into context, he never said that, but he let it spin into that.
Yeah.
And
unchecked.
Well played.
Yeah.
Well played.
I think he's
call it what you want.
I think he's
call it what you want. Political genius. That's what I call it.
That's what I was gonna say. I think he's a business and political genius, but just generally like says stupid things. Okay, gotcha. Right.
I think that's part of the strategy.
Yeah.
Right, because you got all these guys that sit around and crunch numbers and count beans and say, what do you need to do to win an election? You got to do this, and in Ohio, you got to let the people know that you care about this. And this dude was just like, fuck it, man, balls to the walls, man. And all those guys, those bean counters, don't win elections. We saw that in the last election when Mitt Romney, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much the same situation. Well, not same, but similar situation. Yeah, man.
Like I said, I've said all along, I think it's a part of the overall strategy, man.
Yeah, I mean, and it was a smart strategy. It was like he was making chess moves out there while people were just over here trying to like do the typical motions. Well, while Hillary was over here trying to do the typical motions, like we need to hit this place, this place, this place, and yeah, he
turned this whole thing on his head. I mean, no one will ever win another election doing that. But he capitalized. He threw a monkey wrench. It was like the Carolina Panthers season last year, right?
Yeah.
I said at the end of that season, we will not have that good a season because we came in with a new system.
I remember you saying that.
We came in with a new system, and it just like was so disruptive that no one had enough time to adapt to it on the fly. And then after that season, of course, what you're seeing this year is people have adapted to it. People in the next election, people are going to adapt to it. So this was your time to get through. Like, this was his time to, you know what I'm saying, slip through, slide through. And he did that.
Okay, gotcha. I feel you on that. And that was a really good analogy in my opinion.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So, I made a sort of promise, not really a promise, but I gave my word that I would tap into my ideas on collective victimhood today. So make sure that I do that before the end of the episode. I'm gonna go ahead and hit another one of these.
Got you.
These random points on the little chart we got.
Okay.
Grid. There we go. You gave me the word. So hit random. First number is 2. Next number is 4. 2. Oh shit! It is a topic I'm not even gonna be able to speak on that much. You'll definitely know more than me on this one. But it's Cowboys are back.
What?
Cowboys are back. You know the Dallas Cowboys.
Football?
Yeah, football.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna have a whole lot to say because I'm not like it's too many humans in football. I don't keep up with it. I just keep up with the Bears and they suck. So I don't keep up.
Yeah, I haven't been keeping up with that either.
Okay, so we can go ahead and just move it to a different one.
You can skip that. Sorry, football people. Right? I mean, it's another anomaly, right? They're having a good season. Like, I know that much.
Yeah.
Kind of like we had last year, right? We'll see where it goes, how far they ultimately get. I know that like Dallas Cowboy fans are amongst like the most annoying people in this world, on this planet. Okay. They fall in the, so just in sports, right? There's like levels, in my opinion, right? There's levels of shitty fans, right? And the Cowboys are up there. They're amongst the worst, right? Up there, like almost with Dodgers fans. Like LA Dodgers fans, like will beat people to death in parking lots over baseball games. Seriously, man, they're fucking assholes, man. And Cowboys fans are like that too because they've been living in this heyday, this line like of their glory years from the 90s, and they don't let people forget about it. And now they're actually having a good season, so you're gonna fucking hear about it. Like,
gotcha. Yeah.
That repressed aggression.
Yeah. So once again, I don't know a whole lot about football. I usually leave it alone. I like I like say stuff on it occasionally, just on things that I've seen or statistics I've looked up, but I'm not a fucking.
And actually, the Cowboys. I will say this. We're gonna make a subject out of it. I'm gonna piss somebody off. I think the reason Cowboys fans are so annoying is because it's not the actual fans that are from Dallas that are Cowboys fans. It's because this whole it's America's team, right? Like first off, who the fuck decided that?
So my thing
right?
is, if there was any team to be quote unquote America's team, wouldn't it be like the Patriots?
I would say the Patriots, right?
Yeah, exactly. You see, same thing. The Patriots, like, literally, they have a red, white, and blue fucking logo. It's their mascot is like just a dude with like the American colors on it, and he's called a Patriot.
No, it's like one of those wig dudes, one of those George Washington dudes with the knickers on and the socks and shit, and the fucking wig and the little pointy hat. Who's the motherfucker that rode on the horse, bro?
The motherfucker on the horse. Such a specific question. Genghis Khan.
Yeah, you know that. He rode on a horse. He did revolutionize warfare.
I don't know, but I get what you're saying. So like, okay, so I just looked at their logo and figured their mascot was reflected the same. I know their logo was that like fucking just like that face with like red, white, and blue colors and a star, I think. So yeah, like if any team in America, like any football team, was to be America's football team, it would be the Patriots.
Paul Revere, I could not place that shit, man.
Oh yeah, I just looked it up. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know like why I just had a blank like that, but yeah, like, but it's not the Dallas-based fans. It's those
people who say it's America's team. And it's so my the other point I have on that is like, isn't Texas the state that's always threatened to like get like
Secede?
secede from America? Yeah, they're always threatening to do that. It's like, how is a team from your state the American team if you're always?
But you know what?
Well, at least the
You know
people
what?
from your state are always threatening to secede. Go
You know
ahead.
what?
What's up?
I'll give you this. Seceding from America is probably the most American shit you can do, man. America seceded from Britain, and then the South seceded from the North.
Well, they tried to. They got so what I
Yeah, they
always,
tried
what I
to,
always
but
tell people is like, if you secede from a nation, what you're literally declaring is that you are your own sovereign nation. And then if once you declare that you're your own sovereign nation, you don't have any allies. So all the allies of the country you just seceded from, they're not your allies. They're the country you just seceded from's allies. So like once that country is like, oh, you just seceded, time to beat your ass. They can just do that. They can literally just wage war on you, fuck you up, and then be like, all right, so it's either you keep dying or you come back. Your choice.
Yeah, I mean that's one way you could go about it. I don't think it's the most diplomatic way to go about it.
What happened? Civil War. I'm just saying that's exactly what happened. They seceded and they were like, okay, well, the nation is broken in half. We're fucking these dudes up, and they attacked the South. So
Got it. Yo,
what's
the
up?
anarchist in me would actually like to see that happen. Like every time this shit happens, and they're like with this one, this election, they're like, "Yo, California is going to secede." I'm like, I want to see them try. I want to see that shit happen. Like, I want to see what I want to see it.
So what I think is interesting is a state like California, they would actually have a chance. Them or Texas would have a good chance at seceding because you know the National Guard is contrary to popular belief, where it says the National Guard, and the fact that they do fight it for America, but like they're state funded and they're state based, so they would actually already have their own military.
Mm-hmm.
So they would actually have a fighting force to defend themselves if we did decide, yo, fuck this state and let's attack.
Do they got any artillery though?
Yeah, yeah. Every state, well, not every state, but most states have an artillery unit in them. And let's say I'm wrong, right? And most states don't. Texas or California definitely have artillery units in them. So
Got it.
So then
I know Texas will have one.
So then the conflict becomes, what happens to, like, let's say the U.S. Navy base in San Diego when California secedes and California is no longer a part of America, but America has a U.S. Navy base in California with hella jets, because there's aircraft carriers there, so they got jets in California that need to go onto those aircraft carriers, and like they got a Marine base there, Air Force base up in Los Angeles, I think, and I know somewhere in there is an Army base. I don't know where. So what happens to those things? Like, so you secede and you already have a military ready to fight you in your nation. Like, you're losing already.
I mean, not saying that I would do this, but if I did do it and I was California, I would have to take that base over.
Yeah.
You got to make it a part of your toolbox.
But who got the tanks?
They do.
Exactly.
But you get all of those liberals that want to succeed, just getting to storm the gates, man.
How often?
The advantage you would have is like,
numbers.
Okay, so you know how we're trained in the military. The advantage that you would have is over them is that our initial response wouldn't be deadly force.
Right. Because it
would be like repel them. But if they just came through like for blood, like you got to send them, and when they like hit that 32nd Street base, man, they got to hit them and they got to be coming for blood, man.
And then on top of that, like they can lock let's say both sides decided to be non-violent. Well, the base is gonna run out of food. The base is gonna run out of resources because basic logistics, like they can literally cut off your supply.
I mean, they can like fly stuff in. But then the civilian populace would have to shoot it down,
that's what I'm saying. Like they can literally just lock them down. Like, okay, you got something flying in, we just shoot it down. So they can win that. But yeah, That's just interesting. The anarchist in me wants that. Okay. Um, give me two numbers.
Two numbers.
One through.
Let's go four by four. 16.
Oh shit. We got police shootings.
Oh nah. I don't like this. I don't got the energy for this.
Oh yeah. It's just depressing. All right. So
No, we can do it. You want to do it? You can do it. What's the just police shootings?
yeah, it just says police shootings. So by
I'm
the
writing
way,
this down.
I'm
You know what comes.
you know
I
what?
lost
I
my
can
pills.
actually post this on here just so you guys can see what this is. It's like uh, how to pretty much create controversy for Thanksgiving with your family. It says so. It's called the 2016 Thanksgiving Family Argument Bingo. I think that's like an amazing name for this. So I'm going to give me a second. I'll post it in the to replace our logo that says MAlex in the morning. I'm gonna put it up there. Oh, let me same three.
Goodbye logo.
Yeah, just for a second. I just want it to be seen what we're looking at, so people could be like, so people can understand what we're talking about.
Nah, that's cool, bro. Do your thing.
Oh, oh, that's horrible.
They can't come out with like credit resolution.
Yeah, it's a shitty resolution, but I can expand it to make it look better. There we go. All right, just so people can see what we're reading from. I was just hoping that you never said 3-1, which if you look at it now, are you
I
looking
gotta
at?
refresh.
Yeah.
Give me a second. I gotta refresh.
Okay. Well, 3-1 is Harambe was not just a gorilla. So I really got sick of that fucking.
Ah, jeez, I can't see that.
You can't. Okay, we'll try to stretch it out a little bit more. All right, how about that?
Now I gotta refresh again.
What the hell? You shouldn't have to refresh. It should be like live stream coming through. All right, but this is a little bit of a.
Nah, cause I got the stream on pause,
Oh, okay.
so the feedback doesn't come back into my mic.
Just mute it. That's
Nope.
okay. So what I okay, that's technical.
Bro, you're so smart.
I won't talk too much into it. But yeah, so I guess now we got a little bit of dead air. I guess now will be one of those times where I'll bring it up, right? So the point that I was bringing up last week about collective victimhood and like why I get so angry and passionate about this, right? Is that okay? So what I've seen over the last, I would say about 10 to 15 years, right? It started when I was younger in high school and all that. Well, I saw it when I was younger in high school. I mean, I didn't really know what was gonna become of it, but I saw it happening. Was that there is groups, different groups with different opinions and like in some points opposing opinions that are literally just banding together to attack like the masses, right? And what I say when I mean or what I mean when I say that is that all right, so let's say you got Black Lives Matter or just black people in general. Let's just use black people in general. They're a minority. They are marginalized class of people in America, right? So they say, hey, we don't have the numbers to get our point across or make anything happen. So let's band together with feminists, right? Or I think it was the other way around. I think feminists band together with black community and started. So then you get people who were just like even like racist white women were like trying to get the support of black people just so they would have the numbers on their side, right? So what they ended up doing, right, is they collected all the groups who even had one one even slight problem with white males in America and was just like, yo, we need you on our side. So it started off with the feminist movement, in my opinion, because the feminist movement started in the 1800s, the first wave. And then, but I also agree with the feminist movement in the first and second waves. But it started off with the feminist movement, and then they started like adopting, like, hey, well, what you're doing is also racist, and we don't like that either. And it's like, well, some of your fucking members, or actually majority of your members, are racist, but you guys just want black people to like gather behind your force just so you can have numbers against white males, right?
Which is smart. Smart.
It's smart, but I just don't like it because it's disingenuous in my opinion. So then you get to like now today, right? Like the LGBT community is a part of this, right? And I'm cool and understand everything that the LGBT community is fighting for, right? They want equal rights, and I think all humans deserve equal rights and equal opportunities, right? Those are the two things I care about, rights and opportunity. Everything outside of that, like the actual demographic of selection, I mean, sometimes you just don't get it.
Yeah.
Like, just because you're black and like a minority or gay or something like that doesn't mean that you have to get the job. Like, sometimes there is a white dude who's just more qualified than you. Like, it happens.
That's what it should always come down to. It should always come down to merit.
Right. And I hate demographic based selection, right? So
Promotions, yeah.
Yeah, so what happens is, like, you look at the black community. The black community is the most anti-gay community you could ever find. And why they're the most anti-gay? Because they're the most Christian group you could ever find. Like, you have, like, I think it's like 90-something% of black people in America are Christians. And Christians say homosexuality is an abomination. So you got this group of people banding together with the LGBT community. It's like, you guys don't even make sense. You guys don't even like each other. Like, literally, you grew up in a household and still believe that gay people are an abomination or are going to hell because they're fucked up and evil. But you're going to get with LGBT community people just to fight another power. And I understand it. I completely understand it. I just hate how disingenuous it is of a mentality and concept. Go ahead. What were you about to say?
Well, it's only disingenuous at the conclusion of when the initial group gets what they want and they abandon, like, assisting the other group with what their goals were.
Man, and that's my.
It's like, hey, thanks for helping me get here. Good luck with those races.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what happens, right? So, and my whole point of this, well, not whole point, but one of my biggest points in this is like, so you end up with like feminists, right? So, what I always say is that like, I want equal opportunity and equal rights for women, but the issue is like there's laws and stuff in place to give them equal rights. Now, the only thing that's not equal at this point is just like the mentality of people, right? So you got like white dudes who are fucking sexist assholes that are like, a woman that belongs in the kitchen, that bitch don't need no job next to me.
Barefoot and pregnant.
Barefoot and pregnant. And I'm sorry for any Southerners that are offended by what I'm doing, because I keep like Southern.
I'm not, because that's my mentality.
Oh shit. But yeah, so Southerners think that more than like either people from the city or people from in the northern parts of America. So like you got these people who are like just banding together to fight for causes, right? So then the feminists get everything that they want, right? So they got equal rights, equal pay, and contrary to all of this fucking 77 cents to the dollar shit. The bottom line is, if you get hired with the same credentials as like if you're a woman and you get hired and you got the same credentials as a white male and he gets paid more than you, under the fucking laws of America, let me look. It's like an Equal Pay Act of like 1980 or 70 something.
Yo, so that 77 cents of the dollar is such bullshit, because what they don't factor in is they don't factor in like shit like overtime. The fact that when you're comparing these people side by side, the dude worked like 12 months out of the year and she worked 8.
Yeah.
Or some shit like that, yo. So that shit is bullshit.
So what they do is they take a broad fucking number of how much do all the men in America make, how much do all the women in America make. They don't even average it to like the per capita thing, mentality. They just say, here's all the money men make, here's all the money women make. If you add it, I mean, if you compare the two, it's a ratio of 77 to 100. So 70 cents on the dollar, 77 cents to the dollar. And it's like, that's such a fucking once again, like, disingenuous way to like compare two things. That's like if I got a full-time job and you got a part-time job, and I'm like, and you're like, well, he makes more money than me, so this system is oppressing me. And it's like, well, I have a full-time job. I work part-time. Of course I make more money than you. But you're like, nope,
Or
I got a job. I got a job. Go
or
ahead.
I'm in construction and you're like a fucking administrative assistant, or you input data in the spreadsheets.
Yeah, and that's all I do, and I'm complaining. It's like you're not adding apples. You're not comparing apples to apples. You're comparing apples to steaks right now. Like, like literally, that's how far off you're comparing these two things. Like, so then, so then once like and it's the Equal Pay Act of 1963. So it amended the I mean it was a
You never hear like people out there. I said people. Let me be more specific. You never hear these women that protest this shit. Not all women. These women out
don't
there.
say feminists because that's the group that's protesting
Oh,
it.
okay. I'm sorry. These feminists. You never see them out there complaining about not being offered jobs in construction
Or sanitation, or
like engineers or sanitary. Yes, garbage people,
or
not garbage men.
sewer
Right?
workers.
That should be sexist, right? Why are they called garbage men, right? Because
Yeah.
men have historically been damned to be garbage men. We need garbage people. I want to see some garbage persons.
I think it's the labor statistics that came out in like 2013. Somebody could fact check me on this if they want, but like the labor statistics of like 2013, I believe, showed that like men were 93 or 94% of the sewage and sanitation community. Well, this the sanitation community, and then when you got to sewage, like people who work in the sewers would like they have to have like a full body suit or else they'll die from fucking diseases from being exposed to like fecal like rotting fecal matter and shit. Like literally men are 99% of that. So you never hear feminists complaining about those jobs. What you hear is like, oh, the fucking desk job I wanted in an air conditioned space that would all I would have to do is type on a computer for 8 hours a day and go home. There's not. I want more representation of that. I want more women CEOs. No. Let's get more women in all of these jobs, feminists. Let's get more
Equality,
women.
man. We don't want.
Because if you want equality, because that is definition of equality, right? Like in all aspects, equal representation everywhere. Not equal representation on what you're comfortable with. Not equal representation for what you enjoy, but equal representation across the board. Once I see that, then I'll shut the fuck up about feminists. Like I'll literally shut up. And I don't want to see just like a couple chicks like campaigning for. I want to see actual equal representation, like the fucking job within a 10% margin. Because I'll give it, because you gotta have flexibility within a 10% margin. Equal representation in these kind of jobs. These dirty, disgusting, hard.
The Mike Rowe jobs, yo. Like my man Mike Rowe.
Yeah, exactly, like those kind of jobs. So there's that. But I got a little bit off topic. Sorry, I started rambling. But So my point is that like once these feminists got like the Equal Pay Act of 1963, blah 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 blah, like literally, if a job doesn't pay you the same amount as they would a man with equal qualifications, you can sue them. Like if they're discriminating against you, you can open up a lawsuit, take them to court, and now that you have the Equal Pay of 1963, it's not like this was the Equal Pay Act of 2010. Like this is a old head. Like this was before I was even born. Like you can take them to court and win. You're almost guaranteed a win because there's a law that backs you up. You have reinforcements at this point to win your battle. So once they got all this kind of stuff, they kind of just said fuck those other groups, right? So like black people are still being killed all the time. There's still laws being made, fucking like stop and frisk.
Hey, that's not my problem.
Oh, that
guys should pull your pants up.
Yeah, pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Respect the law. Pull your pants up.
Yeah, because having your pants
and stop breaking the law. You wouldn't get shot to death if you didn't break the law.
Exactly, because showing your ass or jaywalking the
it's a death sentence.
Exactly. You already knew what I was gonna say. Like it's
fuck due process, man.
Who cares about due process? Who cares about being judged by your peers?
Came back to police. Hey, you see that?
Yep.
We loop back around to police shootings.
Yeah. Like fucking that police officer. He's the judge, jury, and executioner.
No, he's literally Judge Dredd. That's what Judge Dredd was.
Yeah. Wait, who's Judge Dredd?
Ah, fuck! You don't remember the old video game that got made into a shooting movie?
No. I'm ignorant on this. What's up?
Ah, you are. Now you gotta look him up, man.
All right, I'll Google it later. Yeah, I don't want to take up.
Judge Dredd. He was a cop, like in a apocalyptic future, whose job was to. He didn't even try to apprehend. I don't know. I don't think he may have tried to apprehend criminals, but like any resistance he got was met with like a bullet to the face.
Like.
He was like RoboCop. He was the other end of the spectrum from RoboCop.
Yeah.
He was like, like RoboCop, like actually was programmed to de-escalate situations. Like citizen, put down the weapon.
Yeah.
Right? Judge Dredd was like, fuck that. Like, you're not budging. Like, whole magazine. I'm sorry, magazine. That's technically right.
Gotcha. Full clip in that ass. Gotcha.
But Judge Dredd wasn't a robot though.
Whoa, shit. So he was a human with just like no. He was a he's a psychopath. He was violent. Okay, damn. But yeah, like I was saying,
it was Dredd with 2 D's, by the way.
All right, I'm gonna look that up for real after we're done with this. But that's what I'm getting at though. Like once they got all their equal rights.
Hold on, I got you. Hold on, here's the wiki. Judge Dredd is a law enforcement officer in the dystopian future city of Mega City 1 in North America. He is a quote street judge, close quote, empowered to summarily arrest, convict, sentence, and execute criminals.
Damn. Yo, he's the ultimate thug.
So with him, you didn't want to utilize your right to a speedy trial.
Oh, yeah, he was everything, yo. He was every branch of the government.
I like to request a continuance.
Wait.
That man was smoking you on sight, bro.
Yeah. Damn, that's harsh. Okay, I didn't know about
Not
that.
as harsh as this 5.5 that the 1995 movie starring Sylvester Stallone got on IMDb.
Oh shit. I need to check all of
The
this.
2012 remake got 7 out of 10.
Gotcha.
I actually watched that one. It wasn't bad. If you can get past the fact that he's a psychopathic killer.
I mean, we watch movies like so every video game you've ever played, your character was a psychopathic killer.
True.
Unless you played like what was it, The Sims or something like that.
But you know what? I could get with that in those video games as long as I'm not playing a cop. I can't tolerate that in my police. They need to be held to a higher standard.
I mean, yeah. They're held to, they need to be.
They shouldn't be given that power.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. That should never be the case. Because then, judge, jury, and executioner, you have even a slight bias against any group. Like, it could be white people, black people, males, females, sexual orientation, religion, any of that kind of shit. You could literally just like, well, I don't like this group, so I'm gonna judge them harshly as fuck. But
unfortunately for most of those demographics you named, with the exception of color, you can't look at somebody and tell those, which is why Black lives do matter. Man, I have to say that.
Yes, and that's right? One of the points I make a lot.
Can't look at a gay person and just know that they're gay, regardless of how flamboyant they act. Yeah. I mean, you may have, but not with this clear-cut indication as if you see a black guy walking down the street and you just decide to roll up and smoke that fool.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's one of
the problem.
My biggest arguing point.
Fuck you, all lives matter, people.
Yeah, to that.
Because you're missing the bigger picture, the bigger point.
And then my biggest issue with the all lives matter point is like, so what I tell people, what I always do is say, so when it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, do you walk up to them and be like, yo, prostate cancer matters too? All cancer matters. All diseases matter. My common flu, or the common cold, I said common flu. My common cold matters. The flu matters. Like, you don't walk up to people who are talking about Breast Cancer Awareness Month and say that to them. Like, and it's not like that breast cancer awareness ain't saying fuck prostate cancer. It ain't saying fuck brain cancer. It's not saying fuck the flu or fuck the common cold. It's just saying like, yo,
Fuck the police. Is it saying that? No.
no. It's just saying like, yo, here's a
Now you were
highlight.
getting a little rhythm there.
Yeah, it's just saying like, yo, here's a highlight that we want to make people aware of, right? This one thing. We're not doing anything special with it. We're not trying to like say fuck these people who don't have this or don't or aren't this. We're just saying, yo, breast cancer is killing a lot of women. So people need to be aware of that. And if they want to, here's an extra opportunity because you can donate to like research facilities combating breast cancer or searching for cures for cancer. You can donate to them 24/7, like 365 days out of the year. But what they want to emphasize is, hey, this month be a little bit more aware of it. Here's some extra issues that you might not know that come along with this, and here's a extra opportunity slash incentive because they usually like give you something like a little ribbon or something like that, so you can go on your social media and like act like you're better than everybody because you got a fucking because you got a pink ribbon. Now you're better than humanity.
Oh shit.
You can go ahead and show that off on social media or something like that. And I mean, I understand. So like somebody or a group of people wanted to say, hey, here's a legitimate problem that humans are facing. Let's shine light on it. But when you do that with black people's problems, it's like, how dare you? How dare you say that you have a problem in America? We let you not be slaves anymore. Like, nigga. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Like, are you serious right now? Like, did you really
That's
just
funny as shit.
did you really just treat me like I was an animal? Like, I'll let you not sleep in a cage tonight. How dare you? How dare you tell me that your life matters? And
Right.
that's what you run into a lot of the times. Like, and these people like, and they don't even say it directly like that, but that's the mentality and the temperament of what they're saying. But yeah, I never got to finish my point. Just let me try to finish the point. Was that once like feminists or whatever won their battles, they just left these people hanging, and like they just never came back to support them. But they still want to at any point in time when they're rallying for more people and more support, they're like, oh, like, or when someone does something that they don't like, right? Like I've seen videos where like a guy was like out there saying, hey, this is the problems that happen with men in life, and a woman comes up and is like, that's sexist, and it's like, what? I'm just naming problems that happen with men. And then the chick was like, that's also racist and bigoted. And it's like, wait, what?
Misogynist.
Yeah, misogynist and all this. It's like, wait, no, he's just talking about issues that men have. And like, she'll go on and be like, well, you're a racist. This is like, no, wait, why are you putting race in this? He's only talking about genders right now. How? And this is my issue with it, is that like they started to like encapsulate all of this is like, if you're anything that's not a white male, you're oppressed by white males, and you need to fight on my side for my issues. And that's what I just don't like. It's like, no, I don't want to fight on your side, because at the end of the day, you're just gonna get all of your shit done, and you're never gonna help me. Never, ever gonna help me. And we look at today, 2016. Black men are still getting shot. Black women are still getting shot. Black men and women are still getting killed in police custody mysteriously. Like Sandra Bland fucking died mysteriously in her cell. They talk about it suicide. Come on, get the fuck out of here. This woman was the most pro-black and like enthusiastic about life woman that one of the most I've seen on social media. You can't tell me that she was just like, oh, I'm in jail, time to kill myself. Fuck no. Fuck no. There's a certain pathology that goes along with suicide. And I mean, it's not always perfectly in line, but like, she didn't seem to have the pathology of the typical suicidal person, right? I could be wrong. I could just be pulling shit out my ass, but
Yeah, I mean, I think we got to get to the question of like the timing of the death,
like, yeah, exactly.
and then the lack of transparency surrounding the details of the situation. I mean, like for me, I'm not about the end result. I'm about what it took, what got us to this point. Maybe she did kill herself, right?
Right.
But what got us to this point?
Pathology. That's what I was just saying. Pathology. But go ahead.
Yeah. Well, okay. So maybe she did kill herself, but the force that even got her from being stopped for something minor to that turning it from a minor traffic offense to being arrested to it coming out that she had deceased to us like saying like, hey, what's going on? Why doesn't this picture look right? This mugshot look right? And then just the tiptoe or the dally dancing around it is what concerns me more in situations like that, right? I'm always on de-escalation, right? Yeah, maybe this guy reached for the cop's gun, right? But what got us to that point to where he was in a position to be able to do that? Like, where's the force escalation or de-escalation in the situation? And that's what bothers me more. Like the whole Trayvon thing, right? Like
Yeah. Oh yeah. Go ahead.
maybe it was self-defense, maybe it wasn't. Maybe let's say that it was self-defense. Even if it was self-defense, what got you to the point where you had to fire on this young man and take his life was disobeying professional, you know what I'm saying, first responders telling you to remove yourself from the situation. So everything that comes after that, you get no validity with me,
Wait, who doesn't?
right? Because
Trayvon?
you're no. The shooter, Zimmerman, like you get no validity with me. Yeah, hey, you can sit here and you can tell this story. You can say, he attacked me and I feared for my life, but you put yourself in a position where that situation could only escalate
Yeah. Well.
after being told by first responders not to. So I don't
Oh,
care.
okay.
I really
I get
don't
what you're
care
saying.
what happened. Yeah, I really don't care what happened after that. I don't care if there was a struggle. I don't care if he just like jumped on you. It's like
Yeah.
I'm trying to find something to compare it to.
He
Like
called
you're only in that situation,
because you put yourself in that situation.
yeah, by choice. Which so everything that comes after that is to me you're responsible for. You're responsible and should be held accountable for that.
Yeah. So yeah, I completely agree with that. And like the thing is, like you said, first responders told him, "Hey, leave him alone. We'll be over there. Do not pursue. Do not engage." I think they apparently told him, and then he did it anyway. Like at that point, like you said, like you're responsible for what happens. Like you should be held responsible, especially being the only adult in this situation. Like this was a minor. This guy was 17 years old. Like you were the adult, he was the minor. You bothered
Yeah,
and
so be an adult.
yeah, be an adult and you need to be held accountable. But hey, good old America.
Don't keep antagonizing the situation.
Yeah, but
Extract yourself from it.
yeah, exactly. But I mean, and it, like you said, man, it just goes back to all of that. And then it goes to hey, what caused people to be in this position? What caused like let's say black people to be in the mentality that they are right now, right? What caused this, right? Fucking years of slavery, years of Jim Crow laws and lynchings, even after slavery, years of unjustified killing of black people, years of laws being put in place like sneak laws to
That
literally
sneak dissing.
yeah, exactly. Like fucking stop and frisk and stuff like that being put into place to like literally deliberately hurt black people. Like you pick a city where whites are yeah,
Systemic.
whites aren't even the majority. Or let me before I even spit that out because I don't like to be wrong. Let me see New York City demographics. So you pick a city that has yeah okay here's the demographics from I mean I don't know who doesn't like Wikipedia for for information but I do but Wikipedia says New York City is 25% black. Oh, it's cut off. Let me give fuck. Now I'm taking too long. I hate myself right now.
No, it's cool. We're at about 5 minutes left on the hour. I started it from
Okay.
a little after we did the intro.
Oh, okay. I mean, look, you know me. I go as long as you want, or I want, whatever. Um, Okay, so it's not majority black, but it's a high population of blacks. It's I would say one of the high density populations of black people. Like a city like Chicago has more blacks than any other race, I believe. Um, but you go to a place that has a high density of black people, and then you create a rule that says if a person quote unquote looks suspicious, so now this is subjective, right? This is not objective anymore. It's subjective to what an individual wants suspicion to be.
What you deem suspicion to be.
Yeah. So now if a person quote unquote looks suspicious, you have the right to go and like start bothering this person, start asking them what they're doing.
Are we talking about stop and frisk right now?
Yeah, you have the right to go and literally frisk them and like fuck with them. Like in general, like the rule. I mean, the situation is you're fucking with this person. Like this person who's just walking down the street, you're fucking with them as a cop. So rules and laws and stuff like that are created, and like, oh shit, man, I pretty much lost my train of thought. Fuck, I forgot what.
I get what you're saying. It's systemic. It's to where
like, yeah.
The way the system is made is set up to disadvantage.
Put us in a disadvantage.
Yeah, put someone else at a disadvantage. I'm sorry, I was over here struggling too. But yeah, I totally get that.
And that's what got us to this point. That's what got us to the point where literally, like, black people have the mentality of fuck the police. Like, well, I mean, I have a friend that I grew up.
It's one of many factors.
Yeah.
In it. Yo, you know what?
Go ahead.
Nah, that was about to bring me to another point. How you what you doing for Thanksgiving?
I have a mutual friend of ours visiting me from another part of Japan, and we're going to go freeload off people probably.
Nah, that's dope.
One of those people being your cousin. If he cooks. Yeah, if he cooks, yo, we're going over there. And even if he
my cousin who?
I don't know if he's cool with me putting his name out there. That we worked with.
In Japan?
Yeah. He's not
B?
Oh, he's not your cousin, my bad.
That's not my cousin.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I'm stupid. Yeah, B.
Yeah, I was like, yo, I'm gonna go freeload too.
Yeah, so fucking yeah, we gonna probably go over there and kick it with them and eat
that's what's up
and shit. Yeah, I mean if they allow, but we know.
Yeah, they're like busting ass, man. They're continuing the American tradition over there on that reservation, ain't they?
Wait, you talking about in North Dakota or what?
Yeah, where is that?
Hold on, you just jumped to a whole new topic.
Yeah, that's why I asked what your Thanksgiving was. What your Thanksgiving tradition was this year.
Oh,
last year we were in Thailand.
My Thanksgiving tradition is nothing because I don't fuck with Thanksgiving. I'm part Native American. I mean, I don't really know much about. Well, let me not say know much about. I know a fair amount about.
Standing Rock. That's where it is. Standing Rock.
I don't like exercise or do Native American, well, quote unquote Native American things, but I'm partially Native American. My mother is about half. I think she's like half Native American or more. She got like one of those DNA tests done. I think she was like 60% or more Native American. So, but even without that being said, I never celebrated Thanksgiving unless like my family cooked and my mom just took me over there. Like I never thought it was a good idea to celebrate like something that led to like attempted genocide of a race of people. It's like
got you.
It's like having Auschwitz fucking celebration. like let's have a celebration of what led to almost the extermination of Jewish people in Nazi Germany or in the surrounding areas, not even just Germany. Like,
gotcha.
So I don't fuck with Thanksgiving like that. But I will drink and eat food that's delicious.
if it's prepared.
If it's prepared, I mean, why would I stop myself from eating it? I mean, but I'll drink it anytime. So shit, I've been drinking for like the last couple of hours.
Yeah, I need to give me something to wet my whistle. here because I don't have anything but wine here. I think I'm about to run the base and grab a bottle because they may be closed tomorrow.
Oh, you fucking up.
Um, yeah, I'm
I got a
fucking
bottle
up.
of Douce sitting next to me.
Do
I,
say, baby.
what I always say is Douce is the shit. If I do say so myself.
If I do say so myself.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what I'm doing. Um, nothing special or anything like that.
Yeah, I made pierogies last night and put them in the freezer. I'm about to make some more and freeze those
I have
too.
no idea what that is.
It's a dumpling. It's a Polish dumpling. It's like a gyoza,
Oh shit! Hell yeah, I fuck with that.
except it's like a Polish version.
Yo,
So I cooked this huge meal the other day that I got stood up. We supposed to, you know how we always, somebody will cook and then we'll play spades and stuff.
yeah,
So I got flaked on.
damn.
Right, I cooked this huge meal. It was like fried chicken, smothered
Oh
chicken,
y'all,
mashed
y'all lucky
potatoes.
I wasn't. Well, you
Um,
lucky I wasn't there. I'd have ate half your fucking kitchen.
Yo, so it was like mashed potatoes, cabbage, and cornbread. And so I'm using the cornbread and the cornbread dressing because it's nice now. Because like you don't ever want to use a fresh one, you want to use one that's a little stale. So I'm using that in a dressing that I'm taking to a thing tomorrow. And what was I talking about? Oh, so the mashed potatoes. I always make my mashed potatoes from scratch, but they turned out really good. So I added bacon, cheese, and like bacon fat to them, and I made a filling for the dumplings.
Yo,
And then I took the leftover cabbage I had because I smoked it. I didn't fry it or like steam it. I put it on the smoker, so it's got like this really smoky taste to it, like over hickory. So I took the cabbage and the meatloaf, and I just like ground beef the meatloaf. Like I just chopped it up. It's just meat, right?
okay.
And like I just repurposed it. So I chopped that up, chopped the cabbage up, and I took some caramelized onions and I made a filling like onion, cabbage, and beef. Turned out fucking amazing.
That's
And then I
fire.
stuffed so I made a batch of those, and then I made a batch of the potato, bacon, cheese
Yo, I didn't come
ones.
around your house enough while I was out there, man. I know you was out there
You did?
cooking, and I just didn't come around enough, man. I was over there being a nerd, playing video games too much, like I still do today.
Can't just play video games.
Yeah, I know, right? But yeah, shit, man.
Yeah, so I'm about to make, because I hate stuff going to waste. So I found a really cool way to use up the filling, and then you can freeze them so they last forever. But when you cook them, you boil them, right? So you boil them and then you fry them in butter.
It's the fattest shit I ever heard, but it sounds great.
Yeah, so made a huge batch. I'm about to make some more dough and make another batch.
So
You
you know
know,
what
and
I
freeze.
just had an idea for?
What's up?
We could have a section of the show be just about like the best memes we found. I think did you say this before?
Oh, scrolling down my timeline.
Yeah, did you say that already?
We kind of did it last episode.
Well, we kind of
What you
we
got?
didn't do it. Okay, so what we can do, and mind you, this is me describing the technical parts of our show on the show, which I guess I shouldn't have my opinion, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I want people to. If people have opinions of it, they can comment on it. But what we could do is like, let's say, and you know, in a week you definitely see like 100 to 200 memes. Your top 20 to 30 of them, like as you scroll them by, you gotta save it to your phone. Let's say 25. You can have a total of 50. You save 25 of them to your phone, and right before our episode starts, you send them to me, and I make it into a slideshow. And then while we're on the air, if we have like some dead space or a space where we're like, it's just because we're gonna have space where it's just like me and you talking like bros, and
Bro.
while we're yeah, I say bros like that because I was thinking of fucking regular show. um, well,
I gotta catch up on that.
yeah, you know that their last season is next year, right?
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, they're discontinuing it after that. Um, but yeah, so while we have our little fucking just like me and you catch up, and because people, not everybody's gonna be interested in that. We have that fucking slideshow of those memes going. You know, I think that's awesome. I think it's a good idea. I could be wrong. What you think?
No, that's cool.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna set that up. All right, so um, damn, I'm mad you didn't come with a bunch of curveballs this time
My
though.
bad, man.
No, you good, you good. I was just like I had the other day I started brushing up on just like random topics because like curveballs can be anything, you know. Fucking, you can even hit me with a slider, you know. Fucking,
Slider.
yeah. So I was just like, yo, I need to know a lot about everything, even though I do. And let's not sound narcissistic. I don't know how to make that not sound narcissistic. It's too late. That's too late. Well, not even narcissistic, egotistical. And yeah. So, um, you been looking at anything science lately? And I know that's a broad topic, but
I was reading something last night. Nah, that was like science fiction.
I mean, I guess.
um, nah, science.
Hmm.
Actually, have
So there's this dude on YouTube, and he's like the most awesome fucking one of the most awesome YouTubers I've ever seen. His fucking page is called Thunderfoot, right? And it's
Mm-hmm.
Thunderfoot, all is one word, but the OOT and foot is two zeros. And this dude, he does some of the most awesome shit I've ever seen. Maybe I talked about this before. I don't know if I don't think I talked about it on the last episode, but I think I talked to you about it before. Um, but what he does is he does like three different things, right? One of his big things is he's anti-religion, which I love because I'm an atheist, and I'm not only am I atheist, but I'm anti-theist. And you know what? That'll be my promise for the next episode. Like I'll give a full breakdown and description of like what people think of atheists and what atheists really are, and then all of
I'm writing it down.
okay, cool. What all the stuff that I think that people like stereotype
Should
on.
know.
No, what people
Oh,
stereotype onto atheists, but it's just not true. And I'll just give a quick example. A lot of people think atheists hate God, which is stupid because how do you hate something you don't think exists? Like, the definition of atheist is. Well, let me not get too much into it, but yeah. So stuff like that, right? Um, so he is atheist. He goes on like rants and makes videos about atheism, blah 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 blah. But he barely does that, right? His biggest 2 points is, and he's anti-social justice warrior. So all of the people I was describing earlier, that not just the people of those communities. So not like just any feminist, not just any fucking Black Lives Matter person or any LGBT person. What he hates is like the irrational ones that are like where you see the stupid feminists like kill all white men, and it's like that's dumb. You're stupid for saying that.
oh shit.
Like no, that was really a hashtag, like a huge hashtag on Twitter one time. Like kill all white men was like trending at one point, and it's like y'all realize that's a hate crime, right? Like
The patriarchy.
yeah, exactly. Y'all are hating the patriarchy. I mean, this non-existent. Well, I mean, semi-existent. Let me say semi-existent. Concept, and y'all want these people to. Y'all literally want violence to be inflicted upon them. That's definition of hate crime. Like, but so he hates. Well, he go. I mean, I say hates, but he goes against religion. Um, social justice warriors, and my favorite is he beats the shit out of pseudoscience, right? So this guy fucking he has like a doctor's degree. He's a research scientist, and he's I think he's from the well he's from the UK. Um, and what he does is like, so you know, have you seen that thing where it's like, oh, it's like this fucking pander to sad. I mean, people who like have empathy campaign where it's like there's thousands. I mean, there's hundreds of cities in the world where, well, I think they say thousands of cities in the world where people don't even have clean water. So we've created this thing that'll like take the humidity out of the air in the area that you're in, and it's buried underground, Well, half of it's buried underground, so it'll condense the water into drinkable water, and then you can just pump it out. And it's like that won't work. And then like so I look at it and see, and I think that won't work. That doesn't even make sense. Like if you're in an area where like you don't have good drinking water, it's probably low humidity. Like because a place with high humidity would have a lot of rainfall, so you'd have clean drinking water because it's high humidity and high rainfall, because humidity turns into rainwater eventually, because condensation, it goes up.
Except here.
Yeah, but even in Bahrain, the rainy season is vicious, right?
Mm,
Well, I don't. Well, the rainy season before you got there was vicious. It was like a while, and it was just like vicious fucking rain, like at all points in time.
got you.
And like my boots and stuff like that were fucking muddy on a regular. But it's not a long-lived season. But that's because they're so close. You're so close to the equator in Bahrain. And it's an island, so it's surrounded by water, salt water. So that's why that those are the points that you gotta put into play there. So like if you go to any other area, like especially mainland areas that are humid, there's gonna be a lot of rain. This is just how it works. And what he does is like he literally like so I can know just those couple points, like I'll know, right? I'm no scientist. I'm just like a dude who likes science, and I watch a lot of videos because I'm a fucking nerd. And he like breaks it down like scientifically, why things won't work. I'm talking about like he'll put like a fucking, yo, here's the energy conversion fucking ratio that you would need to make this and this happen. And there's not enough energy just floating around in the air for this to happen. So you'll need something to power this. And if you have something to power this, then this is going to cause this much heat to go off. And if you have this much heat going off from this power source, then it can't do what it needs to do because it won't hit the right cooling temperature, blah, 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 blah. Like, he breaks the shit down to a science. And that's what I love about his channel. There was another one about thorium-powered cars. He debunked that. Or like the little mouthpiece that people were like posting that would make you be able to breathe underwater. He debunked that also. So he just does a lot of stuff like that. So I'm gonna go into like in the future I'm gonna go into like a little bit about science and stuff like that from what I know. And yeah, I just went on a long rant there. It was like at least like 5 to 10 minutes. I'm sorry.
Got you. No, that's cool.
Yeah. I'm passionate about science, if y'all can't tell. If anything in the world I'm passionate about, it's science. So, okay. I don't know if I even asked you, what are you doing for Thanksgiving? I went off into like a couple rants.
No, that's cool. Think we're just gonna play some spades and eat and drink and shit at one of the co-workers' house.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, I think we're hitting that dead space, and we've been on for an hour and 17 minutes. We said we wanted to cut the episodes down. Last time we went 30 minutes longer than we're going right now. You got any last minute things you wanna hit?
Nah, we can wrap from here.
Okay. So, all right. That's the conclusion of episode 2. Sorry I went on a little rant at the end. If you like science, then you probably like that. Go check out Thunderfoot. He's a cool guy, and he has a funny British accent. And he says the word bullshit in a very funny way, in my opinion. So we have a couple social media sites that I'll be posting in the description. I'm not gonna say them all. We have a Facebook and a Twitter, and obviously the YouTube channel. So you guys are on here looking at it if you're seeing this. I'm gonna post all that in the description. So like, subscribe, share if you enjoy this content. If you do not, then dislike, don't subscribe, and don't share, because we want people to be honest with us. I don't want anybody to be like, just like, yo, it's an echo chamber kind of mentality where we will just do whatever we think that other people would like, or do what people who we like do, you know? I mean, yeah, you should get the point. So once again, I'll post the Facebook page in the description. There will be the Twitter page also in the description. We'll start tweeting. Both me and Malcolm will start tweeting, and from there, and on the Facebook page, both of us will be responding to things. We've already started from a couple instances where people posted or asked questions.
Yeah, we gotta get back on Twitter. I hate Twitter. I'm on it right now, and I'm just looking at like, damn, these motherfuckers still selling their souls for like mentions.
Yeah,
What is it? Mentions
yeah,
and
ads.
ads.
Yeah, ads.
God, I hate this. I hate this platform. But we gotta get on it. So you can follow us at Twitter. Follow us on Facebook.
Yeah, it'll all be in the description. And
YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel.
subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you like our stuff on any of those platforms, share it with your friends, tell people about it, and get engaged if you guys want to. You can ask us questions on any of these three platforms, talk to us on any of them, and we'll respond in a timely fashion, or at least attempt to. So, if you got nothing else, Malcolm, I'm about to close it up.
Nah, that's it, man. Y'all have a good one. Have a happy holiday if you celebrate that, and not just have a great week.
All right. That's
All
it.
right. Later.